2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Drake Jackson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Oliver. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Drake Jackson. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 13 carries, 82 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down and 8. McCaffrey on the counter. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire powering forward to about the 40-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 60 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
To throw on 2nd down, Oliver. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Steps away. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 35. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Oliver. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. The point after is good. And we are tied at 7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. The Niners at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. First down, here's Mitchell. And some room to maneuver. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. They run over center with Mitchell. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination line.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Oliver. Looking for Cooper Kupp again. 2 in a row. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Now Edwards-Helaire. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Operating from the gun. Oliver over the middle. He completes it to Robinson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Here we go. Set. 33. Yellow.
Looking to throw on second down. Oliver into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turn into a heck of a DB, though, partner. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Miller, the man in motion. Lance looking to throw it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Lance going to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
Lance now on 1st down. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hand.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, Oliver. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with three receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. Back to throw. Oliver. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get three out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock three from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Throwing again on second and 10. Lance flushed out right. Going up top for Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Here's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Lance to throw for it on fourth down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Forcing the incomplete pass on fourth down and then roughing the passer.
Your offense was ready to roll, ready to get out on the field and take over. Instead, self-inflicted. Now they have to stay on the field and play.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. And they'll go right back to Nwangu. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed up.
Touchdown, 49ers! Kene Nwangu, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are back within a score. So there you go. They needed a big play, and they got one there on the touchdown run.
And that was a very important drive. Of course, they all are when you're trailing in the second half. But what I really liked, they didn't panic. They knew they still had time to run the football and keep playing their game.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man, that's the tight end flyer move. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Oliver. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They shake him, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, You got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A handoff. McCaffrey running right. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Oliver. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. They'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Forced out to his left, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here...
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Just obviously a gigantic play by the defense here. You see where we're at in the 4th quarter, Charles. 4th and long, they felt like they had to make a big play through the air, but it's the defense, not that offense, that comes up with the huge play.
And I love the countenance of the defenders. So calm, so ready, no nerves and evidence at all. And they came through with a big play that has them on the verge of a victory.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So all eyes on this Rams offense. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Pass complete to Robinson. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On first down, Oliver. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it. Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys are struggling to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sideline.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. To throw on second down, Oliver. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
On 1st and 10, Oliver. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So a crucial 2-point conversion there, but that's just part 1 of this 2-part story that they need to happen here.
Yeah, they do need to do a few other things, don't they? They got the 2, as you noted. Now they've got to make sure they get the onside kick and hope to get into field goal range and maybe have one last miracle left.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's more than a 2-part story. It's a 3- or 4-part story. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So
it's another one.